What's going on there, YouTube? Kenny here, also known as SilentFan85. Welcome to another serious mode. So let's go ahead and get this started. First of all, the background, it's a Google image. It's very purple, but it's a very cool representation of what we're going to be talking about today. First and foremost, let me go ahead and thank everybody that showed up for the Injustice 2 stream as of this last Saturday, as of this recording, November 25th. You guys had that stream lit, okay? I gained about close to 25 subscribers from that. That's a new record here on the channel. And it was a great time. Fantastic time. And I really appreciate you guys showing up. Hope you had fun. Had a lot of good PvP events going on. It was just very awesome. Now, what if we weren't able to do that? What if you weren't able to watch your favorite streamer as much as you want to? Or you're not able to upload the content as much as you want to because your connection's throttled. Your main landline connection, your main cable connection, DSL if you still have DSL, fiber. What if that was throttled because they found out that you were a content creator or that you love to watch streams, which uses a lot of data. Well, essentially that's what's looking to happen if this FCC vote on December 14th goes through. They want to take away rules that were put in place in 2015 so that companies couldn't direct where you could and couldn't go by limiting data to certain sites, certain services, Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, Twitch, so on and so forth. And make no mistake, companies will do this. There are some good companies out there that won't. They've made promises not to. But companies will do this because they can. And if they can, they will. It's a rule of life. Especially higher ups. Now, a lot of people are going to argue about this whole net neutrality thing, and I'll eat pie or whatever his name is. To be honest, it's not even rememberable. But I'll be straight up. I don't like the guy. I get a really bad vibe from him. I'm one of those people. If I get a bad vibe from you, I don't I don't like you. So, anyway, I know that's horrible to say, but that's a personal thing. So I won't go into that. But anyway. What this vote looks to do is take away those 2015 rules. A lot of people argue, oh, we were fine before the rules. Everything was good. It actually wasn't. And I'll tell you why. Because it was being controlled. Your internet was being controlled. You probably didn't notice at the time because you didn't know any better. But there were certain sites that took forever to load because your companies were throttling where you were going. Back in the days of dial-up, obviously everybody had that problem, and then DSL came on the way, and then broadband altogether, and now fiber's coming out. But when the rules were put into place, you noticed things got a little bit equal, right? I mean, everything was a little bit equal. You kind of got the same speeds depending on your company, obviously depending on your connection, mobile or hardline, so on and so forth. But we didn't know any better back then. But now we do, because we've had the rules in place, and everything's equal. There's also the other argument of free market, which is fine. I mean, that's a great argument for other facets of life, other facets of government, business, so on and so forth. But when it comes to the internet, which to me is the last great frontier for man aside from space, and the last great open source of knowledge, information, entertainment, the internet's fragile in a lot of ways. It's very fragile. And it's really scary, especially to me as a streamer, as a content creator, as a community leader for the Silent Squad. It really comes down to if I'm going to be able to do it or not. And that's the impact here. That's where I'm looking at this from, as a content creator and as a streamer. I have folks that make a small living, if at all, off of streaming and YouTube videos. And I know people that make a full-fledged living off of it. But if this goes through, if the FCC repeals back these rules and the companies don't like how much data is being used, they'll limit it, people. They will limit it. Take that into consideration. And if you know who to contact your congressman. There's certain websites you can reach out to. I'll try to find some and post it down below. But this will impact your favorite streamers, your favorite content creators, and it'll impact you as the audience, you as a viewer. Because even if you're throttled, They will come at you and say, well, unfortunately, that's not a part of the plan that you signed up for, but for an extra charge a month, we can go ahead and make sure that you can watch that website or that you can connect to that service for an extra $15 a month. That's like the best case scenario. The other scenario is, oh, hey, we're going to cut you off from that website. And then you call tech support. Hey, say, I'm not having any trouble with any other websites, but this website won't load. Well, unfortunately, that's a part of a restricted package. You're unfortunately not able to access that website. So wait a minute. You're telling me that I can't access this website because I chose you as a service provider? Yes, sir. You're the only service provider I can actually use. Well, I do apologize, sir. It's not my fault. We control a monopoly over this service. And of course, then you get angry with the agent and all this and that. These rules were put into place so that we could avoid all that. So that people like me, coincidentally, I don't really think they had streamers and content creators in mind. I think they were really more concentrated on the internet as a whole. Could do what we love to do. You could watch who you love to watch. And that is the impact we are looking at. It's really scary. Really scary. Because the internet is just a starting point when you look at it. It's just a starting point. I could go into a broader picture here, but I'm not going to. But anyway, it's just a bit of a rant, a bit of a serious mode. I wanted to make you guys aware of it because a lot of people probably don't think about that it will impact your favorite streamers. It'll impact your gaming connections, by the way. It'll certain access to servers, your online games, your favorite streamers, content creators, all kinds of stuff. This will affect everybody on the internet, not just people browsing and playing Facebook games. But it will hit us as gamers. If you love to play online, and you are online constantly, and you have a main landline connection, I say old school terms. Landline is, it's cable, it's direct connection, no mobile data. And you love to play video games. What's to stop a service provider from looking at? Let's say you're on your parents' account, and they look at how much data is being used from that one ISP that you connect to play on an online server for, say, Call of Duty, or connect to whatever. I'm honestly not sure how Call of Duty is connected, but it's a very popular game, so it makes for a good point. What if your internet's slowed down? What if you're getting all kinds of lag and you get pissed off? Is that good for your mental health? I don't think so. Warcraft players can impact the servers you connect to. They start to thrall you on it. You start getting lag time, raid times, you're cut in half. You can't even raid anymore because it's just shit connection. There's a lot of stuff to take into consideration with this, and I really hope that it doesn't come to pass, but if that vote passes, if the FCC votes to take away these rules, there is nothing stopping internet service providers from doing that. The only thing that they're going to put into place is for these providers to be transparent. Oh, transparent. There are legal loopholes to being transparent. Oh, they can say that, oh, yes, this is a part of the package, you can't access this. But in the background, all they got to do is put something on the front to make the FCC happy, and then they can do whatever they want. But the current rules in place don't allow them to do that. It doesn't allow them to limit what we can do on the internet. These companies are alive and thriving because of us. We pay them for the access to the data. They should... How do I want to put this? They're alive because of us. They thrive because of us. They make money because of us. And a lot of them, especially people in rural areas and out in the boondocks, it's the only service they have to keep connected to the world. It's how they get their news. It's how they get the news about, let's say, terrorist attacks, world events, all kinds of stuff. Because they probably can't pick up TV out there. So all an ISP's got to do is jack up that price and, hey, people outside the city, I'm sorry. You're paying out of mouth. I just said the mic. Very sorry. You're paying out the mouth and nose to gain access to this information. I'm really sorry. Now, again, granted, these can be extreme situations, what I'm bringing up here. But the point is that they could do it if these rules are taken back. We didn't know any better before. We didn't know any better before these rules came along. We didn't think, hey, this is just the way it is. But then, bam, an administration puts these rules into place. Everything's a bit more equal. Everything runs a bit smoother. And we get used to that. You take it away, Now you know better. Now you know better. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I hope it didn't come to pass. I seriously don't. Because these morons that actually want to take this away, they don't live life the way we do. They can afford the data, access to data that's pretty much unlimited. They don't live on a budget as small as we do. They have access to pretty much everything. They have all kinds of resources. We are limited. Especially us small-time streamers and content creators. We are limited. We can only do so much, for me, example, so much as my paycheck allows. I work with what I got, and I love what I do. But at the same time, I do not want to be limited and have to start paying close to $150, $200 a month to up my upload limit so I can provide a quality stream and quality content for you guys. Because if it comes to that, you're going to see a lot of streamers disappear because they can't afford it. Because they're already paying enough as it is for these cable connections, fiber connections. Hell, some people are still even using dial-up and satellite. It's crazy, but it's the truth. So, with that said, I'll go ahead and end rant. I've said what I needed to say. Hopefully you guys don't think me too bad for anything I've said in this video. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Remember, this vote happens on December 14th. There's a lot of content going around the web right now. If anybody tries to argue that a free market would be good for the internet, it wouldn't be. It would not be. It would be so much worse than it is now. And I can promise you that there will be a lot of content that'll disappear that you enjoy. And I really don't want to see that, especially as a streamer, because I am very connected to my community, very connected to you guys. Whenever you guys show up in chat, whenever I see one of y'all comment on the video or like and subscribe, it makes my heart leap. And I'm not lying when I say that, because you guys are awesome. It really does help drive a streamer to keep doing it and to keep going and to not give up. And it's fantastic. And I really would hate to see other communities break down because of rules being rolled back. So, anyway, that's silence input, or my serious mode. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. See ya.